susunod na programa ay rated PG. Patnubay at gabay ng magulang ay kailangan sa mga batang manonood.
Ngayon, samahan natin ang isang komunidad na nagkaisa para protektahan ang buhay sa dagat, ang buhay sa kagubatan, at ang kinabukasan ng susunod na henerasyon, ang Project CURMA. Ako si Bob Ferrer at ito ang Good Stories. Sama ka, kwento natin ito. Sir Carlos.
Hi, Sir Bob.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome to La Union po and salamat. Sa bisita sa atin dito sa CURMA.
Napakaganda, napakasarap ng hangin. And I like your place. Ang ganda niya. But I wanted to ask you, can you tell us a little about yung inyo pong proyekto na CURMA?
This is a pawikan or sea turtle conservation effort. And dito tayo nag-umpisa in San Juan, La Union. Actually, dito pa nag-umpisa yung story ng CURMA, dito lang sa harap ng beach. Back in 2009.
Does the word CURMA stand for anything significant? Or...
Yes, sir. Yung CURMA, it's an acronym for Coastal Underwater Resource Management Actions.
Okay.
Pero sa oldest language in the world, sa Sanskrit, ang ibig sabihin niya, sea turtle.
Sea turtle?
Yes, sir. So ito po yung first word that ever meant sea turtle. This is a NGO. We are a non-profit and nag-umpisa ito back in 2009 when we first discovered ay pawikan nest dito po sa harap natin sa we are right now in the middle of San Juan.
Dito lang?
Dito lang po sa harap.
Okay. Can you show us where it all started?
Yes, sir. Let's head out to the beach.
Sige. Thank you. San Juan, as I know, is in the middle of La Union? Ganun ba? Paano ba yun?
It's pretty much in the middle, sir.
Pretty much in the middle of La
Itong
Union.
CURMA Center natin is in the middle of San Juan.
Carlos, kanina we've been talking about CURMA, no? Paano ba talaga nag-umpisa tong CURMA? Itong NGO na to?
Back in 2009, dito kami nakatira, right on the beach.
Dito ka na nakatira talaga?
Yes, sir. And one morning, yung mama ko, tsaka yung sister ko, lumabas sila sa beach. And then dito sa harap natin.
Stroll.
Oh, sir. Labas lang sa beach, lakad-lakad. Tapos may isang nest ng pawikan na nag-emerge dito sa harap. And this was the first time namin makakita ng pawikan. And so, Siyempre, na-excite kami. No? Anong klaseng pawikan ba to?
It was a magical moment for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Oo.
It just happened.
Hmm.
So, ni-research natin anong klaseng pawikan ba siya, bakit ba siya nandito. And through the research, nalalaman din natin na at that time, yung poaching, yung illegal hunting, napaka-rampant pala.
Rampant dito.
Oh, sir.
So, this was how you got involved into this NGO project.
Yes, sir. So, nung nalaman natin yung situation, na ito pala, nesting area pala siya ng endangered pawikans. Tapos, nalaman natin na grabe pala yung
Rampant.
poaching. Opo. So, naisip natin, we had to do something about it.
Okay.
So, doon po nag-umpisa yung idea of protecting the pawikans. Initially, so my sister was the one who actually started the program.
Ano ba ang role ng pawikan sa overall environment natin? Yung kalikasan. Ano yung kanyang contribution sa kalikasan?
Yung pawikan, sir, they actually call them a keystone species. So sa isang ecosystem, yung mga pinaka-important na species that help protect yung balance, ang tawag sa kanila is keystone. So sa ating dagat and the coastline, yung pawikan, keystone species. Kasi ang dami niyang contribution to the ecosystem.
Like what?
Sir, like for example, sila yung kumakain ng dikya o yung jellyfish.
Oh, okay.
So,
hindi ko alam yun,
sir. Yung mga jellyfish.
Jellyfish, kinakain ng pawikan,
Sir. Hindi sila affected ng sting. Tapos, yun talaga yung part ng diet nila.
Oh, wow.
So, like here, yung sinasabi natin sa tourism industry, kung mawala yung ating pawikan, dadami yung jellyfish.
Pagpunta nyo dyan, puro kayo tama.
Sir. Masisira yung tourism natin.
Puro jellyfish sting kayo.
Yes, sir. Local livelihood, ma-affect. Isa pa, sila yung tumutulong sa coral growth. Yung sila din po ang nag-aalaga ng seagrass
Ang dami
beds.
niyang role,
Opo, ang dami silang ginagawa sa dagat.
Naka-encounter ka na ba, Carlos, ng... Siyempre sa tao, di ba, may pinanganganak na may kulang na gano'n, may kulang na bahagi ng katawan. Merong gano'n din ba sa pawikan?
Yes, sir. Actually, in the recent years, mas napansin natin na mas dumadami yung abnormalities.
Bakit kaya? Would you...
some of the specialists, ang pina-point out nila is yung climate change kasi napakainit na ngayon. So, naapektuhan sila. And the other one is yung pollution.
Pollution,
Kasi grabe na yung pollution sa dagat.
Madumi na, no?
Madumi na. Yung mga mothers na apektuhan sila, they're exposed to this.
Meron ka bang personal experience ng inalagaan mo na medyo kailangan ng tulong ng isang pawikan or several of them? Meron ka bang experience dyan?
Yes, sir. Right now, in fact, meron tayong isang pawikan na nandito. Through the years, we've released over 52,000 na baby pawikans. And this is the first pawikan na hindi namin mai-release.
Bakit?
Kasi siya po, nung pinanganak siya, maiksi yung kanyang flippers. So yung front flippers nila,
4 lang flippers sila, di ba?
yes, sir.
2 sa harap, 2 sa likod.
Aba.
Yung likod, para paan nila yan, no?
Aba.
Yung harap, parang kamay nila, yung arms natin.
Yes, sir.
So, sa kanya, parang maikli yung harap.
Maikli yung harap niya.
So, hindi siya maka-properly...
Opo. Ang main challenge niya, hindi siya nakakasisid halos. So, hindi siya makakakuha ng pagkain. Tapos, susceptible siya sa mga predator. Kasi nakalutang lang
Of course.
siya. Halos hindi siya makasisid.
Hindi niya kayang umescape.
Opo.
Di ba?
Yes, sir. The chances of survival ng isang baby pawikan na maging adult is only 1%.
So, wow.
So, napakaliit.
Liit, ano?
Kaya ito po, yung challenges niya, hindi namin siya mai-release.
Oo.
So, at the moment, we have this particular turtle dito po.
Can you show me?
Yes, sir.
Nasa captivity siya, siyempre.
Opo,
Kasi
andito siya
tinuturuan pa siyang mag-survive.
Opo, he can survive out there and hopefully,
Oo.
at some point, may release din natin siya.
Sige, can we
Yes, sir.
visit this?
We'll show
May
you.
pangalan ba yung pawikan mong yan?
Opo, yung pangalan niya is Pebble.
Pebble?
Opo.
Ano yung babae?
Right now, hindi pa natin sigurado.
Hindi pa alam.
After 10 years usually.
Pag nalaman na natin babae talaga yan, tawagin natin Pebbles. Lagyan natin ng S. Halika, gusto kong makita si Pebble.
Dito po si Pebble ngayon.
Oh, yeah. That's Pebble.
Yeah. Isa siyang olive ridley. So
Okay.
ito yung species na pag adult sila, olive yung kulay ng shell nila.
Yun yung Kumbaga sa tao, yun yung tribo niya.
Oh, sir.
No? Yun yung tribo niya.
Si Pebble naman, pinanganak siya with abnormally short flippers.
Do you know when? We don't know her gender niya, no?
Sa ngayon
do you
po,
know when
medyo
Pebble
mahirap.
was born?
Yeah, Pebble, interestingly enough, was born on February 14 last year.
Wow.
So, meron din siyang heart-shaped design sa kanyang ulo. And then, itong klaseng pawikan, pag adult sila, yung shell nila is also heart-shaped.
Heart-shaped. It's taking form already, di ba?
Opo, you can see it already. Yung flippers nila, normally, at this age, kasi mga kasing haba siya nung shell.
Yung shell.
Pero as you can see, yung kay Pebble, napaka-ikli.
Parang 1/4 lang.
Parang 1/4 lang or even less.
Yeah.
Kaya nahirapan siya mag-dive at
Kaya PWD siya.
pawikan with disability.
Pawikan with disability because of the front flippers.
Yes.
Maikli, no?
We can show you po, Pebble, para you can see
nga.
yung flippers
Pwede?
niya, yung maiksi. Yeah. Oh, nagda-dive nga siya. Nagpapakita ng gilas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matigas na yung shell niya.
Yes, sir. Actually, pag pinanganak, medyo matigas na rin. Tapos you can see, very short yung kanyang flippers. Normally, dapat mga ganyan kahaba siya.
Pebble spread. Ayun, spread niya yung isa. Yan,
So, actually, mas
Saka
mukha
parang-
siyang pagong imbis na pawikan.
Yes. Saka para walang direksyon, ano?
Okay.
Sige, balik ka na.
Actually, na-notice namin during the release, kasi in the release,
Hindi umuusad.
hindi siya gumagalaw.
Hindi gumagalaw dahil hindi makaabot yung kanyang...
Yung flippers niya.
Oo.
So, doon namin napansin. May hatchery is just nearby if you want to come and have a look.
Sige.
Hatchery. Dito
Oo.
yung area na kung saan natin nililipat.
Pwede ba nating bisitahin na ngayon? Or,
Yes po, dito lang sa harap.
Doc, true ba?
May health question ka ba na gustong masagot?
True ba na nakakahawa through close contact ang lupus?
Doc, true po ba na kapag nag-swimming ay mas at risk magkaroon ng ear infection?
Samahan sila Doc Sel Martinez at Jerome Sang na masagot ang inyong mga katanungang pangkalusugan sa Doc, True ba? Tuwing Sabado alas 8 ng umaga. Obra mula sa basura? Pwede yan, basta't kasama mo ang buong Artkada. Kaya Artlinks, game na ba kayo? Ilabas na ang inyong art materials at unleash your creative minds. Let's turn trash into treasures sa mga super fun at colorful activities. Don't worry, si Kuya Kel ang bahala sa inyo. Kalye, sining, tuwing Sabado, 4 p.m.
ASEAN Time. Dahil sa ASEAN, mas madali na ang cashless transactions sa ibang bansang miyembro nito. Sa tulong ng Regional Payment Connectivity o RPC Initiative, pinag-ugnay ang QR payment systems ng bawat bansa. Tulad ng PromptPay sa Thailand, SGQR sa Singapore, CRIS sa Indonesia, at QRPH sa Pilipinas. Kaya posible na ang cross-border payment. Pwedeng-pwede mong direktang gamitin ang e-wallet o banking app mo kahit nasa ibang ASEAN country ka. Mas mababa rin ang fees at conversion costs dahil pwede nang gumamit ng local currencies tulad ng peso, baht at ringgit para sa cross-border payments. O diba? Mas convenient ito para sa lahat. Mula sa mga turista, small businesses at ordinaryong tao. Bilang bahagi ng ASEAN, the future is bright for Filipinos in food, culture, tourism, travel, and more. Kaya abangan at suportahan ang 2026 ASEAN Summit na gaganapin sa Pilipinas. It's ASEAN Time!
I am Riza Joy Abat and I am the designated Municipal Environment and Natural Resources Officer of San Juan. May dalawang mukha kasi ang tourism when it comes to conservation ng ating wildlife. So in San Juan, we have our marine turtles, no? So, una, of course, minsan ang tourism ay nakaka-disturb sa ating wildlife, specifically yung kanilang nesting season, lalo na sa gabi. But on the other side naman, tourism can also help with conservation kasi when they come here, we will be given the opportunity to show what we have and to show them how we conserve this species. Of course, we have ordinances. Yun yung pinaka-importanting part ng government, no? Kasi we set the rules and regulations on how tourists, on how people will behave sa ating conservation area. So aside from that, we go to schools, we go to the community, and we help them disseminate the information. Also, the local government is nagsaset aside din ng fund yearly para yung mga yon is magamit for our counterparts sa programs natin for marine conservation. This year actually is meron tayong na-sign na memorandum of agreement with CURMA, our tourism stakeholders, with our uniformed personnel and national government agencies na magtutulungan in order for us to conserve our pawikan, specifically our olive ridley turtle. So, aside from that, meron ding fund na inalat para mabigyan din namin ng tulong yung ating mga community who's been helping CURMA and the local government when it comes to keep saving yung ating mga itlog. Kasi, syempre, we have huge waves in San Juan and hindi ganon kaluwang yung ating shoreline. So, there are tendencies na yung mga natural nest is mababasa. So, if that happens, mabubugok yung mga itlog, mas lower yung kanilang chances of survival. So, yung mga local partners natin, yung mga fisher folks coming from the community, is sila yung tumutulong para ma-ensure na yung mga eggs na yon ay maging safe para mas higher yung kanilang chances of being hatched into baby pawikans. Now, aside from that, we also recently established a marine protected area. So, when our mother pawikans are along our shoreline, we have our community and we have CURMA helping us out para ma-make sure na makapangitlog sila ng maayos and makabalik sila sa dagat. However, pag nandun na kasi sila sa dagat, hindi na natin control yon. But if we have a marine protected area, they will have a safe haven pagdating nila sa tubig kasi our marine protected area has a no entry zone. So, pag nandun sila sa area na yon, hindi sila manganganib na ma-poach, hindi sila manganganib na madisgrasya for our mga marine vessels kasi no entry yung area na yon. Meron tayong ordinance. Yung una is actually yung pag-prohibit ng pangongolek ng mga itlog, paninira ng itlog, and at the same time yung pag-slaughter sa ating mga pawikan if ever na nandito sila sa shoreline. That's the first one. Yung second one is yung pag-declare sa ating shoreline as a marine turtle conservation area. So, eto minimary namin with our tourism kasi the tourism is here. That's also the livelihood of our constituents. So, kailangan nating i-make sure na even if tourism is developing, there will always be a safe spot or there will always be a safe place for our pawikan. So with the second ordinance, we prohibit yung pagpasok ng ating mga motorized vehicles sa ating shoreline, and at the same time, it will regulate yung mga activities na ginagawa natin sa shoreline, yung pinapayagang activity. And at the same time, it will also ensure na yung ating mga business partners sa tourism sector will always be aware of the limitations, the do's and don'ts if ever na may ma-encounter silang pawikan.
My name is Venki. I am the Director of Programs for CURMA. I have been volunteering for CURMA for almost 4 years. That's actually a long story because before I volunteered for CURMA, I was doing my corporate life in Europe. So I was working as an energy consultant for 10 years. And at that time, life was very stable. It was, the pay was good, the life was stable, but it didn't feel fulfilling. So post-COVID, I started doing a bit of soul searching, and I just stumbled upon L'Avignon. And ever since I came to L'Avignon, I met the founders, and that was what they do here was very inspiring, and that prompted me to leave everything from Europe and just start volunteering here po. Pawikan resonates very deeply to me because ever since the life of a pawikan reminds me like it is a story of resilience. Ever since it's born to its adulthood, it has to face a lot of resilience and challenges. And somehow that's how I felt when I was doing my corporate career, because despite everything was stable, everything looked good on paper, but it just didn't feel fulfilling. And I was feeling more lost. But then I came to Ngayong. The culture was different. I experienced my typhoons. Despite every challenges, the fact that there was a community here supporting each other just reminded me of the resilience of the pawikan mentality po. So that I felt like home here, and that's why I started volunteering here. CURMA is like my home to me. So it is my second home, and I will, no matter what the situation is, I will always volunteer for CURMA because I resonate like the turtles, Ngayong as my home now.
So this is our hatchery. This is our San Juan hatchery.
Aha.
Iba-ibang towns, may iba-ibang hatchery din.
Bakit ito para may hukay?
Apo, so yan, ang ibig sabihin niya, yung itlog sa ilalim, napipisa na.
Pati yung kanyang...
Oo, mayroong marker lang yan eh.
Bumabaw na rin.
Oo.
Okay.
Kasi yung itlog, pag napipisa, nag-create siya ng space.
Okay.
So dito, nililipat natin yung eggs. So mabantayan natin, ma-increase natin yung hatching rate nila. And then, pag sila nag-emerge, we can help guide them.
Mga ilang itlog ang mahahatch dito sa isang ganyan?
So per nest, ang average na is 100 na itlog.
Ito? Isang bilog na ganyan?
Yes sir, isang
100?
ganyan. Ang average nest ng pawikan yun. Ang 100 na itlog.
Lahat yung makakarating sa dagat?
Yes sir.
Pero doon na sila magwa 1% survival?
Ay, yung 1% is usually yung buong process. So in nature, kung wari wala tayong intervention, wala tayong ginawa, yun yung usual nila.
Yun yung usual nila. So isang ganyan, more or less 100 eggs?
Mga average 100 na itlog each nest.
Wow.
Ngayon po, we have we have 80 nests. So around 8,000 na eggs.
8,000 eggs.
Yeah. So eventually, hanggang March yan, and possibly longer, puro hatching naman. So nire-release na natin sila sa dagat.
Okay.
Ngayon po, start na nung hatching. So good chance, baka mamayang hapon meron tayong hatching.
Talaga? Mga anong oras yan?
Usually nagsa-start yun mga sunset, paggabi.
Okay.
Yun ang natural nila, emergence. So
alright.
hopefully mamayang hapon meron tayong makita at ma-release sa
I
dagat.
think we'll try and experience that.
Yes sir.
Yeah.
Yan yung mga pinaka-exciting. Kaya doon we share it with everyone and we share it for free. This afternoon po, hopefully, may mga pawikas tayo makita. It's been every day na may hatching. Pero hopefully today, meron tayo. And maka-witness po.
Balik ako mamaya, sakali ma-experience ko yun.
Tulong tayo. Release tayo ng mga baby pawikans.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for all the information.
Maraming salamat sir for coming.
Tayo mamaya.
Yes sir.
I'm still welcome later.
Yes sir, of course.
Alright,
Anytime.
Sige.
Anytime sir.
Okay.
My name is RB Margaret Ambros. I am from Benguet State University and I take Doctor of Veterinary Medicine.
I'm Romeo Francis Arabit from Benguet State University, part of the ISOS organization, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine.
One of the biggest things I learned is that turtles are often a species that are overlooked by many. And I realized that even the smallest actions that we take can affect a species like them, like make a really big impact. And that in turn impacts us as humans in the world in general.
The biggest realization that I got from the seminar is that pawikans are actually a keystone species. So I learned in that seminar that a keystone species is actually a species of animal that actually has one of the biggest impact in the ecosystem. So as for the Philippines, we all know that they actually have a big impact on how our fishery system works.
To help conserve, I think that education is a very big part, especially also participation. So I learned a lot of things today about turtles, and I think it's good to tell others about it, to educate them about it, just like CURMA provided the opportunity to educate me about it. And another big important thing is to participate, be willing to take action for these animals that are overlooked in general.
Kayo ba ay may mga isyong may kinalaman sa karapatang pantao o pangkalusugan?
Isyung legal at pangangailangang medikal, ito ang programang magbibigay payo, tulong para sa mga mamamayang nangangailangan. Kasama sina Congressman Zia Alonto Adyong at Attorney Mix Nograles.
Makakasama niyo kami sa paghatid ng kwento at tulong, pag-asa at pagbibigay ng mabilis at di kalidad na serbisyo.
Tutukan ang lahat ng ito sa House at Your Service tuwing Sabado, 1:00 ng hapon, dito sa IBC 13 at Congress TV. Abangan ang talakayan ng mga kabataang may talino, may tapang at may puso.
Lahat ng mga estudyante ay may karapatan sa pag-aaral.
Naiintindihan namin yon. Pero ang tanong, feasible ba yung pinapropose ninyo?
Ang tinig ng kabataan, ating pakinggan dahil ang bawat argumento may punto. Kasama sina Faith Santiago, Princess Jordan at Kuya Jude Asidre. Balitaktakan, tinig ng kinabukasan tuwing Sabado, 6:00 ng hapon, dito sa IBC 13 at Congress TV.
It's ASEAN time! Dahil sa ASEAN Economic Community, mas nakikilala ang pagkaing Pinoy sa buong Southeast Asia. At maging ang kanila dito sa Pilipinas. Thanks to free trade agreements ng ASEAN, mas affordable na ang Thai rice, Malaysian coffee at Indonesian noodles sa mga pamilihan. Sa culinary exchanges, nagsama-sama ang chefs at foodies mula sa Pilipinas at karatig bansa para magpalitan ng recipes, flavors at techniques na nagdadagdag sarap sa local food scene. Bilang bahagi ng ASEAN, the future is bright for Filipinos in food, culture, tourism, travel, and more. Kaya abangan at suportahan ang 2026 ASEAN Summit na gaganapin sa Pilipinas. It's ASEAN time!
We're here with Sir Toby dito sa very beautiful place niya sa forested area. Ano yung concept ng, what is the concept of ridge to
reef?
Reef. Oo.
Right, kasi may bundok.
May bundok at may dagat.
Yung dagat. Yung
Oo.
coastal.
Ano ba yung concept? What is the connection between the two?
Actually, it was the ridge reef was being pushed by the Department of Science and Technology years back. But how to model it was always
a problem. It was a challenge.
Right. Now, and also how to sell the idea, to present the idea to local governments.
Okay.
That you cannot just look at one component that is present in your province or in your town and ignore the other. For example, where does fresh water come from?
Mm-hmm.
It is the ridges. Where does fertile soil come from that will grow your food? Ridges.
Okay.
Who gives you a calmer climate sa lupa? Ridge pa rin.
Yes.
So, and 40% of the air that you breathe comes from the ridges, the vegetation of the ridges. Pero ang pinaka-importante niya, yung pinaka-ambience niya, it actually cools, you know, when you look at a mountain full of trees, it's very refreshing.
Yes.
Right? That's the immediate impact. And you know that during the rainy season, the bulk of the rain that comes to the land is held by these trees in the forest.
Sa ilalim ng lupa.
Ngayon, pag tinanggal niyo yung gubat,
they are like, they work like a water reservoir.
it is a natural living reservoir. So the important in the coastal area naman sa reef, hindi lang tinitingnan yung mangroves. Ang tinitingnan din yung beach forest. There's a beach
forest.
Meron beach forest eh. Ito meron terrestrial forest yung sa bundok. May beach forest din. Kaya when you go to mga nalilalabing lugar, you have places in Palawan.
Ito ba yung mga mangroves sa Sir Toby?
Not only mangroves. Mangroves is in the water eh.
In the water.
In the marshes yan.
Yes.
Ang hindi, sa beach mismo.
Sa beach?
Oh. Marami dyan. There's almost, I think, 150 varieties of native trees that grows along the coast. Yan ang beach forestry. So wag nyo lang ihalo na mangrove yan. Hindi. Meron dyan yung mga talisay, meron dyan yung mga dita, meron dyan yung bani, yung mga puno na yan.
Along the beach?
Along the beach. Pine trees.
Oh, okay.
So yan yung mga natumutubo sa mga lugar. Tapos nandyan yung mga pandandagat. So yan yung mga ehemplo ng mga puno na yan. So you have both. Yung puno dyan sa tabing dagat protects us from tidal
waves.
Right. And it will
hampas ng alon.
Right. Mga tidal protection, tsaka dyan yung mga, hindi ba may mga wildlife na kailangan nila ng beach forest kasi during certain time of the year, dyan sila nagpapalagi. Pag tag-ulan, yung mga wildlife pumupunta rin doon. Kaya nga dapat yung balance ng ridge and reef. Kunyari, itong bayan ng San Juan, dapat yung mga bundukan niya, yung mga vegetation sa ridge, pabayaan nila mag-prosper. Kasi igagaranti na malinis ang tubig ng kanyang bayan hanggang sa coast na yun.
So pwedeng huwag na lang pakialaman yan, Sir Toby.
Right.
Nature will take care of it.
Right. Katulad ito. Pinalagaan. 14 years mong binantayan. Water in the village, in the school, in the rice fields, immediately nabubuhay yan. So bumabalik lahat yan. Ang laon yun, 30, mga ano lang kami, only 3 months a year yung wet season namin. Matagal na yung 4 months. Pero when you're in this region, a rainy season is very short. So you really need the balance of the ridge and reef to give you your water needs to see you through for the next 7 to 8 months na mainit ang panahon.
Nature ang magdidikta sa tao, wag tao nagdidikta sa nature.
We use that word so much, sustainability, how to run this in business and all of that. The Philippines was gifted with 35 million hectares of forest.
So sustainability, Sir Toby, has to do with diversity.
Yes, that's one. And then when there's diversity, there's resiliency.
There's resiliency,
and
yes.
Kasi mabilis yung recovery.
Mabilis.
Nagtutulungan lahat yan. Pag tinignan niyo yung mga punong yan. Tingnan niyo, dito, binagyo kami. Lagas yung mga dahon, yung dahon pumunta sa baba.
Magiging fertilizer yan,
nabubulok.
Yeah.
Tapos, pag napansin ngayon, pag nasa ganito ka, ako, pansinan ko talaga, uy, pag binabagyo pala, ganitong recovery niya, nag-uumpisa sa ilalim. There's a natural whole cycling system in nature. Kaya nga, pag inintindi nyo yung nature, may panahon yan, yun yari, ridge and reef, no? Pagdating ng tag-ulan, napakaganda ng ridge. Siglang-sigla yan. Pero dyan lahat ng mga tubig, dyan lahat.
Correct.
Nagtatanim lahat ng mga tao. Pero pag kulang ang ridge ng puno, hindi tumatagal yung planting season. Pero kung yung puno ay pinabayaan nila, hindi lang yung tubig na magdadala ng tubig, ang tubig na nagaling sa gubat, nagdadala ng sustansya sa mga kalupaan. The fertility of the soil, kasi puro soil biota yan eh. the bioorganics of the soil in places like this. Kasi mataas ang ano niyan yung kumbaga yung nabubulok, maraming nabubulok. Ang lupa niya, yung topsoil, dinadala ng tubig, papunta sa creek, papunta sa rice fields. Ang dalang sustansya niya, napakarami. So, pag balikan mo yung ridge to reef na naman, yung sa turtle conservation, sinisigurado natin na yung nesting sites ay maayos. Pero, siyempre, kung ano yung titingnan mo rin yung resulta nung ano ba yung meron sa bundok ng San Juan.
Sir Toby, I wanted to ask you, your advocacy of ridge to reef advocacy, ano po ang mga future plans ninyo, if any, tungkol po dito sa advocacy na ito? What more do you want?
Alam nyo, with CURMA, ang objective niyan to make go nationwide.
CURMA is taking care of the pawikans.
Yes, ito yung Coastal Underwater Resource Management Act.
Yes.
But CURMA is not just for the pawikans. CURMA has to do with the marine protected areas, which is kasi ang feeding grounds ng mga marine turtles. Kung saan sila mangingitlog, they don't just come here and nest. They wait at least 2 months, they hang out. There's an ancient saying that the mother turtle would meditate upon the eggs that she laid on the beach. And she will stay until the duration when her eggs hatches and goes out.
Okay.
So now, siyempre, mga ancient practices or understanding na may ganun. On our part, because the Philippines is actually a turtle country.
It is a turtle country?
Yes. So you have the Turtle Island down south.
Okay.
Which has thousands of nesting turtles in the season. Tapos you have everywhere, on the whole western side, even Palawan, lahat yan pawikan come. Even in Cavite, in Ternate, those places, pawikans would come and nest. But it's been common knowledge kasi yan But when the fisher folks see the pawikan, and they get the eggs or they catch the nest, the mother, they think of it as their catch.
Ito yung mga poachers na tinatawag natin?
Hindi pa naman natin tawagan poachers kasi sa kanila, akala hindi sila poacher.
Hanap buhay lang nila, no?
Mangingisda sila.
Mangingisda sila.
So, but in reality, they're poaching.
They're poaching.
Because those are, kumbaga, kailangan pangalagaan yung pawikan at saka yung kanyang itlog. Lalahanin nyo, only 1% of them will survive.
So what would be the future gusto nyo pong mangyari sa advocacy nyo in the future?
Siyempre, we need to do our side of work, to information education campaign. That's what CURMA is doing. But now being recognized as a volunteer hub, that gives us a bit more leverage.
Voluntarism on the part of the citizenry.
Right, because most of us, the success of CURMA and whatever you see here in Lotus Valley, a lot of it had to do with kusang loob na trabaho, bayanihan na trabaho.
Bayanihan.
Right, para sa bayan talaga.
Which is a basic Filipino trait.
Yes. So, the CURMA is purely volunteer yan.
So, palalakihin po natin yung spirit of voluntarism.
Yes. Buhayin natin yan. Nandiyan naman
At kasabay nito ay palalawakin natin yung information campaign.
Yes.
Between the connection of the ridge and the reef.
Salamat din sa inyo for giving us this opportunity to actually share what we have. And we always feel that this has been the model to showcase it. Kasi it was done in such a volunteer spirit na you're not counting your investments. None of that was there. It was purely, we know that this will be something that will be there for many generations to come.
Well, we are one with this advocacy, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Get ready for the most dazzling, full of energy, at super-duper captivating kids sa programang Ang Bida ay hindi lang cuteness, kundi talent din. Talents Academy, every Saturday at 4:30 p.m. A tapestry of timeless traditions, culinary gems, fusion of culture and festivity, bound by generations of shared stories. Chinatown TV, every Sunday at 9 a.m.
ASEAN Time. Bahagi ng ASEAN Socio-Cultural Community Initiative ang mas madaling travel at cultural exchange. Visa-free travel sa ASEAN countries? No problem! Mas madali nang bumiyahe sa Southeast Asian countries at dahil dito, mas naipaparamdam natin ang hospitality sa mga turista. With community-based tourism, mas naipapakita natin ang ganda ng lokal na pamumuhay, pagkain at kultura habang tumutulong sa mga komunidad. Tampok ang Pilipinas sa ASEAN Cultural Festivals. Bit-bit ang ating musika, sayaw at sining na nakikilala sa buong rehiyon. Mayroon ding student at teacher exchanges para sa academic at cultural learning. Bilang bahagi ng ASEAN, the future is bright for Filipinos. In food, culture, tourism, travel, and more. Kaya abangan at suportahan ang 2026 ASEAN Summit na gaganapin sa Pilipinas. It's ASEAN Time!
This whole idea started kasi when we first discovered the turtles before, in 2009, the main challenges of the local communities, which is our fisher folk, is livelihood. So dati yung poaching was driven by a need for financial need. So we focused on two things. One was education and the other one was livelihood support. So dito pumasok yung idea na we will support the locals para we will, kumbaga, eliminate yung need na gumawa sila ng illegal activity. So dun po nag-start yung idea for livelihood support.
And so with this, we thought of different livelihood opportunities, alternative, sustainable livelihood opportunities for them. And so we worked with the women, the coastal women, and so we came up with, right now we have like two major projects, which one is yung crochet training. So they make those little turtle crochet keychains and also bag tags. And then meron din kaming soap making training in which they make two kinds of soaps. One is made of used oil. So you repurpose used oil and turn it into soaps na mabibenta din nila. And then the other one is bath soap. It's actually all-purpose soap. So pwede siyang for laundry, for baths, for hands. So yeah, and it's been doing well actually. So here in CURMA, there's a whole range of merch that you can, if you come visit, you can purchase bags. We have bags. We have T-shirts. Keychains, soaps. We also have soaps made by the women and bag tags, also bucket hats. A big part of the profit goes to the communities, yeah? Especially the keychains, the soaps, the bags, yan. Since sila yung gumagawa, a part of it goes to them.
Yes, pagdating sa livelihood, talagang we're trying to, as much as possible, support yung mga ginagawa nila. Party fit na rin yung incentive program natin sa CURMA. So pag may nakakahanap ng itlog ng pawikan or may nakaka-report or nag-turnover ng sea turtle, meron silang incentive na nakukuha.
Yeah, we're also exploring other livelihood projects. So part of it may be sewing, repurposing scrap fabrics, and turning it into different products like bags, mga stuffed toys. Yan. So that's something that we're looking forward to this year.
Ako nga po pala si Jesse M. Kabagbag, presidente po ng Asosasyon Iti Mangalap Ken Manalon sa Baroro po.
Ako naman po si Johnny Bel Kabagbag, sekretary naman po ng Asosasyon Iti Mangalap Ken Manalon sa Baroro.
Ako naman po si Gabriela Isaya M. Kabagbag, anak ni Jesse at Johnny Bel, na student.
Nung nakilala ko na po yung CURMA, doon na po ako na-engage sa kanilang mga programa at doon ko po na tanto na yung mga dati po palang gaming ginagawa ay hindi naman pala dapat na ipa-ano sa mga ibang tao. Ako po ay volunteer pawikan patrols po ng CURMA at sa LGUP din po namin at yung skills ko po na yung dati kong pagiging patrols ay yun na po yung ginagamit ko ngayon sa pagiging protectors naman ng mga pawikan po natin.
Bale, tumutulong at sumasali na rin po kami sa mga programa ng CURMA, kagaya po ng pagpapatrol at pagpaintindi na rin po sa mga kabataan yung kabutihang ginagawa o naidudulot ng ating mga pawikan at sa kinabukasan.
Bilang presidente po nila sa asosasyon ay ako po yung nag-role model sa kanila at lagi ko po silang pinapaalahanan at lagi po kami nagkakandak ng meeting at lagi po naming pinagsasabay na pinag-uusapan regarding po sa pagprotekta din sa mga laman dagat, especially po yung mga pawikan po natin na nanganganib na po kasi ngayong maubos.
Sa mga kababaihan na kagaya ko sa mga nanay, ay hinihikayat ko po silang na gumawa po kami ng mga produkto na gawa po na imahe ng pawikan para po mai-disseminate din yung information ng kabutihang naidudulot ng mga pawikan sa kapaligiran natin at sa mga kabataan.
Ang masasabi ko naman kay Mama at Papa ay sila ay bilang hero ng mga pawikan kasi hinahanap nila yung mga egg ng turtles, ang mga pawikan from extinction.
Una po, yung naitulong po sa amin ng CURMA ay yung pagka makahanap po kami ng turtle, may mga incentives po na ibinibigay sila at yung mga incentives na po yun ay yun po yung naipon ko para maipundar ko po yung tricycle ko po na gayon po katuwang po sa pagkakaroon po pa ng extra income po.
Will be helping out with our release today.
So for them to make it past this section, we're able to increase their chances of survival. So this afternoon is very simple. We just want to make sure that every single one of them makes it out there. And by doing so, we increase their chances of survival. So does that sound good, guys? Give them a little countdown. So count down with me from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So here we have Maya, by the way. former Miss Earth Water. And we have Sir Bob from IBC 13. Let's give him a round of applause, please. So Bea's family is also from La Union. Thank you for helping with the turtles.
Sa bawat pawikan na pinakakawalan sa dagat, kasama rin ang pag-asang muling binubuhay. Ang mga hakbang na ito, mula sa pagbantay sa baybayin, pagprotekta sa kagubatan, at pagmulat sa komunidad, ay patunay na kapag ang tao ay natutong magmalasakit, kayang maghilom ng kalikasan. Kita-kits ulit tayo sa susunod na linggo para sa iba pang kwentong nakaka-inspire dito sa Good Stories.